teacher. This is our presentation of our project report, which you tasked us with. And as the leader of the project group, will be presenting this slideshow. Why software needs to be engineered. Prepared by Ata Thailand. Here are some contents. Why does software engineering exist? Let's start with a definition of what a software engineering is. Software engineers study and practice the engineering of building, designing, developing, maintaining, and refining software. Software engineering is very important because specific software is needed almost everywhere and for every function. And it becomes more important as time goes on, as maintenance is also a key issue for most customers and businesses. So there's always a need even after they're creating an application. And unlike programmers, software engineers have higher responsibilities and more expertise. They also need higher qualifications and in general are better paid. The business environment relies on software for many functions, from automated traffic control systems to complex manufacturing processes. And software engineers are expected to have knowledge and expertise on these fields in conjunction with general knowledge about software. Software engineers are also are very much responsible for making software that provides real life solutions, tangible solutions, unlike programmers, for example. Also, software engineers need to address the entire development cycle in the building of a software. A typical software engineer job description includes improving system quality by addressing issues and problems, and also creating procedures for them, enhancing applications, finding opportunities, are also responsible for providing written knowledge as transfer material and investigating new technologies when relevant. Software engineers have become over time more in demand, especially recently, as the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics suggests the jobs in software development are expected to increase by 20% between 2021 and 2031. Thus, there are huge job demands even now in the market. There are many reasons for this. Need for example, need for innovative software as time goes on, and especially our needs increase everywhere. So as the economy grows, the software has to supplement it as time goes on. Businesses also use limited code, so they'll always need to expand the code as time goes on because their requirements will change. Projects are also getting more and more complex. We're living in a smaller world and a more interconnected world, and there's always need for updates, of course. Why is software engineering necessary when we are programming? Programmers are more concerned with doing tasks and generally handle only one narrow part of the project, while software engineers always look at the bigger picture, collaborate with everyone, and run run the all technical sides of the project. And they usually task the programmers too. Also, the programmers work much more independently compared to software developers. And as mentioned before, they also earn higher salaries. They also use the scientific methods and use advanced mechanical skills in addition to coding, basic coding skills. They also require a degree or completing a boot camp. But unlike programmers, as programmers also need to do those things, they also need several years of experience to even be qualified. And they also require higher education. The objectives of software engineering are many, but here's a few that we found to be most important. Efficiency. When it comes to software development, efficiency is the amount of software developed or users' requirements fulfilled divided by the number of resources consumed. In essence, the software engineer is to make the process in general, the process of the developing of the software in general more efficient, require less resources, make it more sophisticated, and more and less time consuming, of course. Correctness is also another important facet of software engineering. Correctness is, by definition, is achieved when a program or system operates exactly as planned for all its use cases. And it needs to be very accurate to standards given, or else the consequences could be hazardous or the system might be incomplete. The software reliability is very important because, as we mentioned before, software is, as time goes on, will always be relied on, and also maintenance is another key issue. But reliability is, of course, a wide issue. There are many qualifiers for reliability. For example, usability, serviceability, performance, maintainability, and also installability are a few examples. Adaptability. Adaptability is almost completely inevitable in software development because customer requirements are what exists in the real world, so it's always changing, it's always dynamic, and it's always more demanding. There have been numerous techniques developed for this very purpose. The software crisis. What is the software crisis? The software crisis is the implications, very simply put, the implications of primit- rather primitive methods in software development applied by businesses that over time will need to change and improve very much. And this especially is very important to the reason for why software engineers exist. This needs to make more sophisticated projects and products are ultimately what separates software engineering from programmers. There are many solutions to the software crises. As I mentioned before, software engineering is one of the main solutions. However, there is no single solution. The crisis has to be solved with, like the examples given below. For example, the reduction in software over budgets, experienced and skilled staff, lower project times, higher quality software, and uh, and, uh, and the ability to meet user requirements as time goes on. Here's as in the conclusion, here we made a summary of the main points of the presentation, and here are some of the most important we found. The software engineer exists as a versatile operator who works in every part of the project and is involved with what everyone's doing, and they're also sought after for many reasons. Because of their own initiative, as they are required to be so, as they run projects, and their higher level skills, as mentioned before. They are superior to programmers because of experience, interdisciplinary knowledge, necessary networking skills, and higher level and more numerous responsibilities, and are often paid on average 50% more. The objectives of the software engineering are multifaceted, fluid, and are made to create adaptable and reliable products as the environment changes, and their objectives are well planned and well studied. In the face of the software crisis, software engineers are very well positioned. They're, I think, the best positioned workforce to meet the ever increasing demand for expansion and the sophistication of softwares, even if they're not the only people who are well positioned for these demands. Here are some references. Thank you for watching. And as I messaged before, I wasn't able to send the entire presentation because it was quite finished yet. I made the necessary adjustments. It's, as you can see in the presentation I made, in this video I presented. The project report, as I mentioned before, is solid. We're gonna this will be put on YouTube. The link will be given in the answer. The link will be sent to you as you've been instructed. Thank you for watching.